Beans. My hands are full. I can't carry those.
Sorry, boss. Well, I'm real happy we were able to afford a new office space.
Beans, you had the key?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, boss.
Beans. Beans, this is a paperclip.
Oh, dear. Boss, I may have, misplaced the key. You're gonna have
Beans, what are you about?
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to jimmy the lock.
Beans. All right. Beans, you coming?
Just a minute, boss. Oh, gee, boss. I mean, I know we're making a lot of money off this patent case, and that's real good and all, but it's just not the same as those cases like we used to have.
What are you about, Beans?
Well, remember, take our last case, for instance. Chasing bank robbers, people who rob banks. That was a real case. That's real police work there.
Beans, we never did that.
What do you mean, boss?
Beans, that wasn't us. That was James Bond. In a movie?
Oh, you're right, boss. Oh, I don't know. I just wish we had cases like that nowadays.
Well, Beans. All right, Beans. We should have Mr. Arnold Peters from the lawsuit case stopping by any minute now.
All right, boss.
Beans, are you gonna get the door?
Do you want me to get the door, boss?
Yes.
Right now?
Now!
Well, who do you think it is, boss?
Well, it might be Mr. Arnold Peters.
Well, that makes sense, boss. I'll get the door. This door?
Right you are, Beans.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hello, come on in. You must be Mr. Arnold Peters, yeah? Sit on down, Phillips. This is Phillips, I'm Beans. That's Phillip and Beans, I'm Beans, I'm Phillip and Beans. And, he'll tell you everything there is to know about, your case.
Alright, so looks like we've got all the paperwork set up here for you to sue Miss Suzanne Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm gonna sue her for everything she's got.
Right you are. Beans, what are you doing?
Well, this is an interrogation, isn't it? I want to make sure, that, Mr. Peters here fesses up.
Mr. Peters is not a suspect. He's a client. Turn that light off, Beans.
Mr. Peters, I'm real sorry, and I know you, really like suing people, apparently, but it would be, particularly ideal if you were to not sue us. I understand,
Beans.
that Suzanne stole the patent for your t-shirt that you designed, and, please don't sue us.
Beans.
You can leave now. There's the door. Please. Goodbye. There's the door. Oh, I'm real sorry, boss.
Beans.
Hello, can I get one non-fat blueberry muffin, one normal blueberry muffin, and 2 glasses of water?
Coming right down.
Thank you.
Bonjour.
Thank you. Oh, this one's the non-fat one. I got a non-fat muffin. Suzanne, there's something I need to talk to you about. I already know you're suing me.
So, are you two lovers?
We're barely acquaintances, but
I
you're
see.
suing me.
Oh, I see.
How's your muffin?
I'll get it. Hello, this is Beans of Philip and Beans speaking. How may I be of assistance to you? Oh, you're a forensics specialist down at the police department. Well, it is an honor to be speaking to a woman of such caliber. There's been a murder at the bakery. I love that bakery. They have the best blueberry muffins. What did you say though? Boss, there's been a murder down at the bakery. The one with the good blueberry muffins.
Great Scott, Beans!
Oh, yeah. How can we be of assistance? You want us to come down? Sure. Boss, they want us to come down.
All right, Beans, tell them we're on our way.
We're on our way. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Goodbye. Oh.
Come in.
Hello, Dr. Maybeck. I'm Jim Beans from Phillips and Beans. We spoke on the phone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. This is my boss, Hugh Phillips.
Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet your acquaintance, Doctor.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Maybeck. Alright, so I called you about the murder down at the bakery. Alright, so let's look at the evidence here. Got the evidence from the man who was wearing these glasses when he was murdered. Alright, the man who was murdered, his name was Arnold Peters. He was at the bakery with his partner Suzanne Lawrence. He was eating a muffin when he died, and we suspect it was poison because his mouth was foaming, and we also found, at the autopsy, we found some traces of heptane oxide in his throat, so we suspect it's been poison.
All right, so who else was at the bakery that day besides Mr. Peters and Suzanne Lawrence?
Just the baker.
Right you are. Mr. Peters is one of a client of ours that we were recently working with a lawsuit case. He was actually suing Mrs. Lawrence there, who was there at the bakery with him.
You don't say. I bet that's why she killed him.
You know, I bet it was the chef.
Beans.
Why would it be the chef?
I don't know. I just have a real strong feeling.
Beans, you never make any sense. All right, so do you have any other evidence pointing towards a motive that the chef would have, I guess? Beans?
I don't see any motive the chef would have had. I mean, if he was trying to sue her, it makes sense that Suzanne would have killed him.
All right, well, if that's all the information you have, why don't we head on down to the bakery and take a look at the rest of the evidence there?
Sounds good.
Can we get some muffins down there, boss?
No, Beans. Oh. Pleasure doing business with you, Doctor.
Thank you for coming down to the
It
office.
was nice to meet you, Doctor.
Yeah.
Beans, what are you doing with the evidence?
What evidence? It's right here. Boss, why are you taking my glasses? I'm blinded.
Terribly sorry, miss.
I'm sure this will be a great investigation.
Oh, thank you for your faith in us, miss.
Come on, Beans.
It was nice to work with you.
Beans? Beans!
Oh, sorry, boss. I must have fallen asleep.
Beans, what are you doing? This is the crime scene.
Oh, right you are,
Get out,
boss.
Beans!
Oh, it also happens to be a fantastic bakery. Say, are you the chef of this delicious establishment?
Bonjour. Oui, I am.
Boss, can I have a try at cracking it first?
Right you are, Beans.
Sir, I hope we understand each other perfectly, and I make this perfectly clear when I say this is a tough question. I want an honest answer, and I want it now. Can the boss and I get 2 blueberry muffins?
No!
Fine, boss, you can take the crack.
All right, so, what was happening around last night when...
Say, look, the sale on sliders at the snack square!
What? Alright, so, as I was saying, what events transpired last night during the time of the murder?
Well, the girl came in first, and she ordered 2 blueberry muffins. 1 low fat and 1 regular.
Anything else?
Well, she also ordered 2 waters, and then the man came in.
What happened once the man came in? What did they say?
Well, I heard the woman talk about something about getting sued, and then the man drank some water, ate his muffin, and then he died.
Did the investigators leave you with any further evidence here?
Ah, yes.
Thank you, sir. Beans, it says here that they found your fingerprints on the body and some of the evidence.
Oh no, boss. Boss, I can't go back to jail. Not again, boss.
Beans, you were in jail for an hour.
Oh, but it was the worst hour of my life, boss. If you hadn't been there to support me, I don't think I could have made it.
Well, I'm sure it was just from some evidence and investigating earlier. Alright, sir, I think that'll be all. We'll be back later to...
Get more muffins?
No, Beans.
Well, thank you for nothing.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, boss, I gotta go back in. That pound cake was real stale. I need a glass of water.
Wait! There's one more thing. The woman switched the muffins.
Gee, Beans, that is shocking news.
No, boss, this water is disgusting.
Alright, thank you for that information, sir. I'm terribly sorry about Beans.
Clean it up.
No, thank you. Bye.
Beans! So we're expecting Miss Suzanne Lawrence to be stopping by any minute for an interview.
Come on in.
Afternoon, Miss Lawrence.
Afternoon.
So we've called you here to discuss the poisoning of Mr. Arnold Peters.
Yes.
So to begin, I'd like to ask you, why were you meeting him at the bakery that day?
He had invited me, saying there was something serious we had to discuss.
Did you have any reason why you would think it would be a lawsuit?
Because I had heard there was a lawsuit before now?
So you knew about the lawsuit.
Yes.
How did you come across this information?
The other day, I was in the building to visit my dentist, and I saw him going into your agency, and I listened because I wondered why, because I know he didn't really have any troubles as
Oh, is that the dentist that's just down the hall from here? Because I see the same dentist, and let me just say, I have a real nasty root.
Yes.
A real nasty root. Take a
I
look at that. And I'm
understand
supposed to be
that.
getting the root canal.
Beans! Terribly sorry.
Pay attention, ma'am. We need to stick on topic.
So we were down at the bakery earlier today interviewing the chef there, and he had told us that you switched your muffin with Mr. Arnold Peters. Was there a reason why?
Yes, I ordered a low-fat muffin, and the chef gave the low-fat muffin to him, and I'm trying to watch my weight, so I had to switch them so I could get the correct muffin.
Alright. So after Mr. Peters ate his muffin, how long did it take for you to notice the poison? How did you notice it?
Oh, right after he took a bite of his muffin, he started convulsing, grabbed his throat, and started, well, the white stuff started coming out of his mouth.
Alright. Well, I believe that that's probably all the questions that we have
One
you,
for
Miss-
the question. Did you or did you not kill Mr. Arnold Peters?
He's my friend. I wouldn't do anything to intentionally harm him.
Even though he's suing you?
No.
Dismissed.
Thank you, miss.
You're welcome.
So, looking through these notes, I think that we both can come to the same conclusion.
She's
Guilty.
innocent. Now, if I was a chef, Where would I hide my blueberry muffins? That's not really safe to have around food. Oh my gosh, boss, I've cracked the case! Boss, look what I found! What? Found it at the bakery.
Health grade D? Well, I guess this would explain the stale pound cake and the bad water down there, but what does this have to do with anything?
Well, boss, it solves the case.
Beans, how on earth would it solve the case? This plum makes no sense.
Well, Arnold Peters was a health inspector, and he gave the bakery a bad grade.
Arnold Peters, a health inspector? How do you know that, Beans?
Well, when I was down there, like, looking at his body, like, checking for clues, I found an ID on him that said health inspector, but I didn't think it was important, so I just threw it away.
Beans, that's valuable evidence. When were you down at the bakery?
Well, a couple times. I've broken in several times over the past my life in hopes of stealing muffins, but I never did because I am a law-abiding citizen of the United States of America.
You don't want to end up back in jail again, Beans.
No, I don't, sir. Please do not repeat this information.
Right you are. Well, if we have this information now that he was the health inspector...
Then the baker would have killed him in hopes of not having to shut down his bakery.
Did you find anything else that would point to the baker?
Not really. I mean, I understand why he got a bad grade. He had poison in his refrigerator.
Beans, was it the poison that they had found on the body?
You know, now that you say that, boss, that makes sense. That's probably why.
We have our criminal then, Beans. You did solve the case.
Oh, thank you, boss. Let's go get him.
Let's go.
I told you all along it was the chef, boss. Now, I speak fluent French. Let me have a crack at him first. Open up the cup.
Oh!
Oh, oui, baguette fromage, Eiffel Tower, Berlin. Bonjour, fromage, bakery, restaurant. I don't know what to say, boss. He's holding up real well. Say it, punk.
I give up. I don't actually speak French. My name is Jean Boer.
I knew it all along, boss.
If you don't actually speak French, why would you be pretending that you were French?
Well, who wants to go to a bakery that's not French?
He's right, boss.
I love to bake, but those people don't love me back.
So, you poisoned the health inspector when he gave you a bad review.
So that you wouldn't have your bakery be shut down.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Baguette, fromage!
I don't speak French!
All right, boss.
Beans!
I'm sorry, boss.
Beans, how do you even know French? You don't speak French.
Yes, I do, boss. Did you hear that? Fluent.
Right you are, Beans.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna let the cops deal with you from here. I think our work is done, boss.
Indeed, Beans.
See ya in the slammer.